These two TV personalities' commencement addresses were kind of expected. You see, they're very popular. They're stars. They're bringing ratings to the various networks, and some universities thought perhaps bringing them over might add some, some unique something to the experience of the students. But both of them are trying to be, smart Alex and come to some gaff that just falling flat. Now, I'm sure I'm not going to be invited to any commencement to make a commencement address, but listen to what I would be talking about. I'd say, students, this is going to be the most memorable day in your life. And I'm sure that you have some great hopes and aspirations, and I wish that all of them are accomplished. But could I ask any one of you who has read a book after you finished the final exam, or who continued to study after you turned in your final assignments? How many of you can remember your high school history? How many of you could remember your first year sociology or English course? Are you going to continue studying in the interim here, or are you just going to give up now in this party hardy? Do you think you're the type of person who is going to advance our democracy or continue our golden age, or you're going to be something like Palin or Rand Paul? I think that the world deserves the best, and you have been exposed to the best education the world could offer. But are you better now than when you started? Have you been a good student? Did you study about 20 or 30 hours a week? Or all you did was just party, sex, drugs, and just show up in class drunk? I hope that, if this has been your case, in fact, I'm even asking your professors to, well, have you read a new book? Is it the same lectures that you've given since you started lecturing 25 years ago? Is it the same thing you're talking about, just changing around the sequence or rewriting it? Or do you have more advanced presentations? And so, students, as you go out here, this education is not supposed to set you aside from the rest of us and put you on a pedestal and feel that we now have to come and serve you. You have gotten the best education. What you've paid, it doesn't cover the cost. We have subsidized it, and we hope that you could be our servants. You could come and make our lives better. When we meet you down the street, you will not make up your face as though, who's this loser I'm going to meet here? I'm so important, and look, this loser. Loser, get out of my way. Or you're going to be able to appreciate that we are all human beings, and that you have had some luck or something that you end up where you're at. Good parents that pushing you, or you fear to lose the standard of living you have, whereas these people might have been born addicted, drug addicted, or with other catastrophic setbacks, or your parents have lobbied and done some maneuvers that shut these parents out, so that these kids are on the street, and now they're homeless and become your undesirables. Are you going to get with a traditional family and have some kids, or you can just feel that you're so special you're going to have no kids, so that who's going to pay for your social security when you get old? Or you get married and you just have one child? I mean, is this what your education has prepared you for? And so I'm looking forward to students who will understand that education is not only this thing that you went through there, but it is a program that was supposed to prepare you for the rigors of life and for meaningful contribution, and to be not fictitious, or to take all the money you get, the six figure, to go and start continuing your adolescence activities or your childish dreams, doing some weird stupid stuff, telling us that drugs is good and that marijuana is great, and them stupidness, and trying to tell us also that all these years I've been a man, but I really think I had a girl or a man locked up in me, and I'm going to take my money now, I'm going to have an operation and go to a sex assignment counselor so that I could adjust and be not a man again but a real girl. Is this what we can have from this class? And as I said, focus on new role models. What about President Obama? Do you want to take a hopeless world and people and just give them some hope and create more opportunities so that people could be happier? Are you going to be like the astronauts who's going to venture out into unfathomed intellectual or scholastics and come back and bring some new information and some new hope to the world? I wish you all the best. And may I never read of you in papers of trying to kill your spouse so that you can get all the money and then end up getting executed or life in prison, or end up molesting some child, or being someone that feel it because you have this education you could outsmart the law and you end up being caught with some big scam, or you go on Wall Street and figure that you could be dishonest and take poor folks' money and fix your life and have people bankrupt and dying from heart attack and all the neglect that would ensue because you have taken their money and shared it with your friends. I trust that when the good Lord comes, that you'd be ready to look him in his face and say, you know what, I've been faithful. I've done what you asked me to do. That's my commencement address.